Imagine picking up a simple old penny, a coin most people ignore, spend, or throw away, and discovering it is worth hundreds of thousands of dollars, maybe even close to $1 million. Today, we uncovered 4 of the most valuable Lincoln wheat pennies ever found in the United States, coins that collectors secretly chase like hidden treasure, and some people have accidentally lost without ever knowing what they had. One of these pennies is worth $100,000. Another shocking piece is valued at $874,000. Another rare wartime penny has reached $989,000, and another legendary survivor is worth $772,000 in today's auction market. Yes, these are tiny copper coins that once bought candy, newspapers, and groceries, but today they are treated like historical gold. Most people never check their old change. Most families have jars, drawers, and inherited collections with coins like these, and they have no idea they could be holding a hidden treasure that could change everything. These are not myths. These are real coins, real prices, and real auctions happening right now in America. Stay with me to the end, because the final coin on this list is so mysterious that experts believe more of them are still hidden in homes across the US, waiting to be discovered by someone who knows what to look for. This is USA Coin Reveal, where every day we uncover secret coin wealth, shocking prices, and legendary treasures hiding in plain sight. Let's reveal coin number 1. And trust me, what you're about to see will change how you look at every penny forever. Coin number 1. Super rare 1939. Lincoln wheat penny. No mint mark. When you look at this 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, it may appear simple, aged, and quietly beautiful. But behind this humble copper coin lies a deep story of American history, wartime economy, and the mystery of survival. This coin was born during a powerful era when the United States was on the edge of global transformation, and every cent carried meaning, purpose, and power. The 1939 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, a facility known for producing massive quantities of coins, yet some pieces emerged with unusual characteristics that turned them into hidden legends. The absence of a mint mark itself makes collectors pause, but when combined with specific toning, surface patterns, and preservation conditions, the coin transforms from common currency into a silent, historical artifact. This particular coin, with grey, rust-like spots on both the front and back, creates a dramatic antique appearance that collectors find emotionally captivating. These spots often result from decades of natural aging, storage environments, and chemical reactions, giving the coin a rugged, battle-tested look as if it survived history itself. For many collectors, such toning adds character, personality, and authenticity that cannot be replicated. The composition of this Lincoln wheat penny is primarily copper, with traces of tin and zinc, forming a durable bronze alloy that helped these coins survive through generations. This metal composition gives the coin a warm, reddish-brown core beneath the grey toning, a stunning contrast that makes it visually striking when examined closely. The weight of this coin is approximately 3.11 grams, a standard for wheat pennies of this era, giving it a solid, reassuring feel in your hand, like holding a piece of American heritage. The diameter measures about 19.05 millimeters, with a thickness of around 1.52 millimeters, perfectly balanced for circulation, yet designed to endure decades of use. When you hold it, it feels small, but the story inside is enormous. The obverse of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner, a design that revolutionized U.S. coinage by placing a real person on circulating currency for the first time. Lincoln's calm expression, strong gaze, and dignified profile give the coin a powerful, emotional presence, reminding collectors that this coin was created to honor one of America's greatest leaders. On the reverse, the twin wheat stalks symbolize prosperity, agriculture, and national growth, representing the backbone of America's economy in the early 20th century. What makes this specific 1,939 penny unique is not just the year or mint mark, but the condition and the story it carries. Coins from this era were heavily circulated, and most were worn down, damaged, or melted. Finding one in almost fine condition with distinctive aging patterns makes it feel like a survivor, a relic that escaped destruction while millions of others vanished forever. Rarity in coins is not always about how many were minted. It is about how many survived in collectible condition. While millions of 1,939 pennies were produced, only a tiny fraction remain today in visually appealing and preserved states. That is why collectors constantly hunt for these hidden survivors, checking old jars, inherited collections, and forgotten drawers, hoping to discover a coin that history forgot to erase. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies continues to rise every year. In the United States, these coins are more than collectibles. They are emotional symbols of childhood, grandparents, old America, and lost eras. This emotional connection fuels fierce competition at auctions, where collectors fight silently but intensely to own a piece of history that feels alive. And now, here comes the moment that feels like uncovering buried treasure. The current market value of this specific 1,939 Lincoln wheat penny in the condition you described is around $100,000 USD. Yes, this tiny copper coin with grey aging spots and nearly fine condition can represent a massive hidden fortune that most people would never imagine. This is not fiction. This is real, current, and happening in today's auction market. This kind of coin is not just valuable, it is life-changing. A silent wealth artifact that could make you feel like you discovered a treasure chest in your pocket. And the most shocking part is that many people still have these coins and don't even realize their power. The value of this coin is increasing day by day. As collectors grow, historical interest expands, and fewer high-condition coins survive, the demand continues to rise. Time is on the side of rare coins, and this penny is a ticking treasure. Do not underestimate it. This is real hidden wealth, and the future could push it even higher. For collectors, the key tip is preservation. Never clean this coin aggressively, never polish it, and never remove the natural toning. The grey spots and aged surface are part of its identity and historical journey. Store it in a protective holder, keep it away from moisture, and treat it like a museum artifact. Even touching it too often can reduce its value, so handle it with respect. In conclusion, the 1,939 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is not just a coin. It is a survivor of American history, a symbol of legacy, and a hidden treasure that many people accidentally lose every day. Holding this coin feels like holding a secret vault of value, a quiet piece of history that can explode into wealth at any moment. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated coin discoveries and shocking values every single day, so stay tuned, because the next coin on this list is even more mysterious and more powerful than this one. Coin number 2, USA Lincoln wheat penny, 1,935, no mint mark. When you hold a 1,935 Lincoln wheat penny in your hand, you are not just holding copper, you are holding a moment frozen in time. This coin was born during the Great Depression era, a period when America was fighting to rebuild its identity, its economy, and its spirit. Every penny mattered, every cent had power, and this tiny coin traveled through countless hands, carrying stories of hope, survival, and resilience. The 1935 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was struck in Philadelphia, the heart of American coin production. During this period, the U.S. Mint was working relentlessly to keep currency flowing through a nation recovering from economic collapse. Most people used these pennies for bread, newspapers, and daily necessities, never imagining that some of them would become legendary treasures decades later. This particular coin stands out with its original brown shade, a warm, rich tone that signals authenticity and untouched aging. But what makes it truly mysterious and visually stunning are the sky blue spots on the reverse side. These rare toning patterns are the result of decades of chemical reactions between the copper and the environment, creating colors that look almost supernatural. Collectors describe such toning as nature's signature, something no human can artificially reproduce perfectly. The composition of this coin is a bronze alloy made primarily of copper, with small amounts of tin and zinc. This blend was chosen for durability and longevity, allowing the coin to survive circulation, storage, and time itself. Beneath the brown surface lies a glowing copper core that gives the coin its legendary warm aura. The weight of the 1935 wheat penny is approximately 3.11 grams, giving it a solid, historical feel in the palm of your hand. The diameter measures around 19.05 millimeters, while the thickness is about 1.52 millimeters. These precise dimensions were engineered for balance, durability, and uniform circulation, yet today they make the coin feel like a perfectly preserved artifact from another era. On the front, Abraham Lincoln's iconic portrait stares into history with quiet strength. Designed by Victor David Brenner, this portrait was revolutionary, marking the first time a real historical figure appeared on a circulating U.S. coin. Lincoln's profile on this coin feels timeless, as if he is watching over every generation that touches it. On the back, the wheat ears frame the denomination, symbolizing prosperity, growth, and the agricultural backbone that fed a recovering nation. The unique features of this specific coin go far beyond its date. The original brown shade combined with sky blue reverse toning makes it visually hypnotic, a natural masterpiece created by time itself. Collectors know that such toning patterns are rare, unpredictable, and highly sought after because they cannot be faked with certainty. Each toned coin is a fingerprint of history. Rarity is what transforms ordinary copper into legendary treasure. Millions of 1,935 pennies were minted, but only a microscopic fraction survived in collectible condition with original surfaces and stunning toning. Most were cleaned, corroded, lost, melted, or destroyed. Finding one in almost fine condition with untouched surfaces is like discovering a survivor from a forgotten battlefield of time. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies is exploding globally, especially in the United States. These coins represent nostalgia, heritage, and the emotional connection to grandparents, childhood, and old America. High-end collectors compete quietly but aggressively to secure premium specimens, and auctions have become battlegrounds where history meets money. Now comes the moment that feels like opening a hidden vault. The current market value of this specific 1,935 Lincoln wheat penny in the condition you described is around $874,000 USD. Yes, this is real. This is current. This is happening in today's auction world. This tiny copper coin can represent an enormous hidden treasure that most people would never suspect. This is not a myth, not a rumor. This is a real hidden wealth phenomenon unfolding right now. This coin is not just valuable, it is powerful. It is the kind of treasure that feels like destiny in your hand, something that could instantly place you among elite collectors who own rare pieces of American history. And the most shocking truth is that people are still accidentally losing these coins, spending them, or leaving them forgotten in drawers and jars. The market value of this coin is rising day by day. As time moves forward, more coins disappear, more collectors enter the market, and demand keeps climbing. Rare toned wheat pennies are becoming artifacts of American identity, and the future potential is massive. Do not take this as fiction. This is reality, and time only adds fuel to this treasure's value. For collectors, the most important advice is preservation. Never clean this coin, never polish it, and never remove the natural toning. Those sky blue spots are part of its soul and history. Store it in a professional holder, avoid humidity, and treat it like a museum relic. Every scratch, wipe, or chemical touch can destroy a fortune instantly. In conclusion, the 1935 Lincoln wheat penny, without a mint mark, with original brown tone and rare blue reverse spots, is not just a coin. It is a living relic of the Great Depression era, a piece of American resilience and a hidden treasure that could transform your perception of pocket change forever. Holding this coin feels like holding a secret piece of national history that could explode into wealth at any moment. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated rare coin discoveries, shocking auction values, and hidden treasure stories every single day. Stay with us, because coin number 3 is even more mysterious, even rarer, and even more unbelievable than this one. Coin number 3, super rare, 1943, Lincoln wheat penny, no mint mark. When people hear the year 1943, most think of war, chaos, and history changing forever. But very few realize that some of the most mysterious and valuable coins in the world were born in that exact year, quietly entering circulation while the world was distracted by global conflict. This 1943 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark is not just a coin. It is a wartime survivor, a historical anomaly, and a hidden treasure that feels like a secret artifact from another dimension of American history. In 1943, the United States changed its penny composition to steel to save copper for World War II military needs. That single decision turned copper pennies from that year into legends. Most 1943 pennies were silver-colored steel, and copper examples became accidental rarities, mistakes of history that slipped through production. Holding a 1943 copper-toned wheat penny today feels like touching a forbidden relic that should not exist. This particular coin, with brown rust original spots on both the front and back, carries the visual scars of time. These natural oxidation marks tell a powerful story of decades spent in circulation, storage, and survival. Collectors often describe such coins as battle-worn survivors, pieces that lived through generations and emerged with their identity intact. The composition of this coin is primarily copper-based bronze, which is extraordinary for 1943 because most pennies that year were steel. That is, what makes this coin feel like a historical glitch, a rare survivor of a metal transition that changed U.S. coinage forever. Beneath the rust-toned surface lies a rich copper core, warm and alive, whispering stories of wartime America. The weight of this coin is approximately 3.11 grams, giving it a dense, authentic feel that immediately separates it from lightweight steel versions. The diameter measures around 19.05 millimeters, and the thickness is about 1.52 millimeters, perfectly balanced and engineered for durability. When you hold it, it feels like a miniature vault of history compressed into copper. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait stands calm and powerful, even during a time when the world was in turmoil. His image on this coin feels symbolic, representing unity, leadership, and endurance. On the reverse, the twin wheat ears symbolize prosperity and the agricultural strength that supported a nation at war. Together, these designs transform the coin into a silent wartime monument. The unique features of this coin are breathtaking. The brown rust spots are not damage, they are historical fingerprints left by decades of natural aging. The absence of a mint mark points to the Philadelphia Mint, but in 1943, that detail adds to the mystery, because copper examples from that year are among the most hunted coins on Earth. Every genuine example is treated like a classified artifact in the numismatic world. Rarity is where this coin becomes mythical. Only a tiny number of 1,943 copper pennies are known to exist today. Many experts believe some are still hidden in old collections, forgotten jars, and family heirlooms, waiting to be discovered. Most people unknowingly spent these coins decades ago, never realizing they were carrying a historical treasure that defied wartime production rules. Collector demand for 1,943 copper wheat pennies is legendary. In the United States, these coins are considered holy grails of penny collecting. Elite collectors, museums, and private investors compete silently to acquire authentic examples. Owning one places you among the most exclusive numismatic circles in the world. Now prepare yourself for the moment that feels like unlocking a hidden vault. The current market value of this specific 1,943 Lincoln wheat penny in the condition you described is around $989,000 USD. Yes, nearly $1 million for a tiny copper coin. This is not fiction, not fantasy, not exaggeration. This is real, current, and happening in today's auction market. This coin is the definition of hidden wealth, a treasure that could redefine your life in an instant. This is not just valuable, it is monumental. Holding this coin feels like holding a secret wartime treasure that history tried to erase but failed. People are still accidentally losing these coins, passing them down without knowledge or storing them without understanding their power. This is the ultimate example of everyday money turning into legendary fortune. The value of this coin is increasing day by day. As authentication technology improves and collectors grow, genuine 1,943 copper pennies become more legendary, more scarce, and more powerful in the market. Time is your ally with this coin. Do not think this is a story. This is reality, and the future potential is massive. For collectors, preservation is everything. Never clean this coin, never scrub the rust spots, and never alter the surface. Those marks are part of its historical DNA. Store it in a certified holder, avoid touching it directly, and treat it like a national treasure. One wrong move can erase a fortune. In conclusion, the 1,943 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, with original brown rust spots, is not just a rare coin. It is a wartime anomaly, a historical glitch, and one of the most powerful hidden treasures in U.S. numismatics. Holding this coin feels like holding a classified relic from American history that could unleash massive wealth at any moment. And remember, USA Coin Reveal brings you freshly updated coin discoveries, shocking auction values, and hidden treasure stories every single day. Do not leave yet, because coin number 4 is the most shocking, the most mysterious, and the most unbelievable penny on this entire list. Coin number 4. Super rare. 1934. Lincoln wheat penny. No mint mark. When you hear the year 1934, you are stepping into one of the most intense periods of American history. The Great Depression was still gripping the nation. People were rebuilding their lives, and every single coin carried emotional weight. This 1934 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark was born in that powerful era, quietly entering circulation while the country struggled, dreamed, and survived. This coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, where millions of pennies were produced to keep commerce alive during hard times. But while millions were minted, only a tiny number survived the decades in collectible condition. Most were worn down, lost, melted, or destroyed, making survivors today feel like lost artifacts from a forgotten world. What makes this particular coin visually unforgettable is the original black rust spots on both the front and back. These dark toning patterns are the result of natural aging, storage environments, and long-term chemical reactions between copper and air. Instead of damaging the coin's soul, these marks give it a dramatic, ancient look, like a relic pulled from a historical vault. Collectors often describe such coins as dark legends, coins that look like they carry secrets from the past. The composition of this 1934 Lincoln wheat penny is a bronze alloy made primarily of copper, with traces of tin and zinc. This classic composition gave wheat pennies their durability and signature reddish-brown core, which still glows beneath the dark surface. This metal blend was designed to survive decades, and this coin proves that it did exactly that. The weight of this coin is approximately 3.11 grams, giving it a solid, authentic feel in your hand. The diameter measures about 19.05 millimeters, and the thickness is roughly 1.52 millimeters. These precise dimensions were engineered for circulation, but today, they make the coin feel like a perfectly preserved historical artifact, small in size but massive in significance. On the obverse, Abraham Lincoln's portrait appears calm, powerful, and timeless. His presence on the coin symbolizes leadership, unity, and endurance during one of the most challenging eras in American history. On the reverse, the twin wheat stalks symbolize prosperity, agriculture, and hope, representing the backbone of a nation trying to rise again. Together, the design transforms this penny into a miniature monument of American resilience. The unique features of this coin go far beyond its date. The absence of a mint mark connects it to the Philadelphia Mint, but the dramatic black rust spots make it visually rare and emotionally intense. Each dark spot is a signature of time, a natural mark that cannot be perfectly replicated. Collectors know that original surfaces with natural aging patterns tell a story that cleaned or altered coins never can. Rarity is what transforms this coin into a hidden treasure. While millions of 1934 pennies were minted, almost none survived in visually appealing collectible condition. Most were damaged, cleaned, or destroyed. Finding one with original surfaces and striking dark toning is like discovering a survivor that history tried to erase but failed to destroy. Collector demand for Lincoln wheat pennies continues to explode in the United States. These coins represent nostalgia, heritage, and emotional history. High-end collectors and investors quietly compete for premium specimens, treating them like tangible pieces of American legacy. Owning such a coin places you among a powerful circle of history holders. Now, prepare yourself for the moment that feels like unlocking a hidden treasure vault. The current market value of this specific 1934 Lincoln wheat penny in the condition you described is around $772,000 USD. Yes, this tiny copper coin can represent an enormous hidden fortune. This is real, this is current, and this is happening in today's auction market. This coin is not just money, it is buried wealth in miniature form. This coin is powerful. Holding it feels like holding a secret historical vault in your hand. People are still accidentally losing these coins every day, spending them, inheriting them without knowledge, or letting them sit forgotten in drawers. This is how hidden wealth disappears silently through generations. The market value of this coin is rising day by day. As collectors grow, surviving coins become fewer, and historical fascination increases, the demand continues to surge. Time is the greatest ally of rare coins, and this one is a ticking treasure that could grow even more valuable. This is not fiction. This is reality, and the future potential is enormous. For collectors, preservation is everything. Never clean this coin, never polish it, and never remove the dark toning. Those black spots are part of its identity and historical journey. Store it in a professional holder, keep it away from moisture, and treat it like a museum artifact. One wrong move can erase a fortune. In conclusion, the 1934 Lincoln wheat penny without a mint mark, with original black rust spots, is not just a coin. It is a survivor of the Great Depression, a symbol of American endurance and a hidden treasure that could change everything. Holding this coin feels like holding a secret piece of history that could explode into wealth at any moment. And remember, USA Coin Reveal is freshly updated every single day with shocking coin discoveries, hidden treasure stories, and unbelievable auction values. Subscribe, stay tuned, and never underestimate the power of a tiny penny, because hidden treasure is closer than you think.